TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Now, okay. Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're live now, and my guest today is Tacoma Washington, and he's going to be talking about his book, Chasing Waterfalls. But first, my first question to Mr. Washington is going to be, tell me about Tacoma.
Well, Tacoma, Washington is a Brooklyn native, single child to my parents. I grew up and, went through the public school system, and I was a latchkey kid. When I got off from school, I had a few hours alone before my parents got home. And I would come home and, take care of things I had to do, do my homework, make something to eat. And I went outside to play and had to be back upstairs, before the street lights came on. But sometimes if my parents had overtime, I would just, I was a simple child and I was very creative. I had to find ways, to keep me occupied and out of trouble. And, so basically that, I didn't get into any trouble, but that's what I did to keep myself out of trouble. My father was a police officer, and my mother was a nursing assistant. So I stayed out of trouble. I didn't want to be reprimanded by him.
Okay. So what inspired you to become a writer?
When I was young, and again being home alone for so many hours, my parents got back. My father had a collection of Tin House magazines that I came across, and Forum magazines. Forum magazines were, publications, no pictures, but just stories and articles and things like that. And I would be just as intrigued with the articles than the pictures. They sort of went hand in hand. And that sparked the writer in me. To this day, I don't think my father ever knew that I found his stash. But those forum magazines were like really, in-depth interviews or just commentary, about erotica, and that's what sparked my interest in writing, and definitely with the genre of erotica.
Okay. So how did you get into writing erotica?
Well, if you fast forward, some years later, many years later, from adolescent in Brooklyn, I used to write short stories, and just to pass the time. And truth be told, I used to write a lot of these stories at work, and I used to pass them out to a couple of friends, and then they would pass them out to some friends and other colleagues, and I was getting a lot of feedback, and it was positive, and they kept urging me to write, and I said, I plan on it, because years prior, I think right around 96 or 2000, 2001, I started a novel, but it wasn't erotica. And it took a while. I never finished it, but when it came to erotica, it just clicked. It was very easy to write. So, again, I had, some of my colleagues said, you gotta write, you gotta get this published, you gotta make a book. And I honestly put that off. I kept putting that off for a year or two, and then one day I heard you probably say, don't wait on finances. Don't wait on, you got to save a certain amount of money to get this done. Or, with anything in life, don't wait on, you got to have a certain amount of money to have children. Just do it. Do your day one. Just start. Start from day one. And I did that very day that I made up my mind. And I continued to go forward and until the project was complete.
Okay. So what would you say was your inspiration for writing the erotica book?
My inspiration was basically my, life experiences and just, listening to friends and family when they talk and, just saying, okay, wow, really? The things that you see on TV now, like, those, the drama shows and, reality TV, we've all experienced that, when you have a family member and you got to come over here, I got to tell you what happened. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll grab a six-pack, I'll be over there within an hour. And and they would just pour their heart out and tell me this. And, and like I said, my first project was very easy because I just wrote from experience.
Wow. So, is Chasing Waterfalls an autobiography?
It's loosely, I would say it's, I don't want to say loosely based because it's more solidly based, but I would say, 9/10 of it is autobiography. Friends and family that know me well, that have read it, know exactly what is, fiction, and what is not. So it's more of an autobiography than it isn't.
Okay. So, as a self-published author, how was the process?
It was an intense learning experience. I didn't have any mentors, in this business. So I just did a lot of research, and thank God for Google and YouTube. Thank God for YouTube. I just did a lot of research, took a lot of notes, compared notes, and just started. From the beginning, I found a publishing company, and I knew what I wanted, which was I knew exactly what I wanted. How I wanted to design the cover and things like that.
Okay.
I picked the cover art, I selected the cover art, and they had that done. And I outsourced a lot of items, with the cover, and even with the back cover art, the office photo. I had one photographer who was really good, but then when it came time to he traveled a lot, so I couldn't keep up with him. I said, listen, I have deadlines. I need these photos. And he would, make promises. I'll get it to you when I get back into the States. And it's like, this guy, he's good, but he's unreliable. So I went with someone else, and he got it done 1, 2, 3, and so from beginning to end was a learning process, painstakingly hard learning process. So now that I know that's experience behind me, going forward, I can say, okay, I know the pitfalls. I know what to look out for. I know when it comes to finances. Just to write the better decisions to make. But it was fun. It was still, all in all, it was a fun experience learning.
Okay. So don't take this next question the wrong way, but does writing erotica come easy to you?
Yes, no, I wouldn't take that the wrong way. It comes very easy. I don't follow zodiac signs like that, astrology, but I do know how Scorpios are. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I don't know if I would be better if I was a Scorpio, but it works for me as a Gemini. I'm very creative, even in my early years. Of course, for erotica, I used to write, poetry and, other short stories of a G-rated nature. So it just came easy. It comes very easy. It just comes easy. I'm torn between, this side and that side because it comes so easy, and like maybe, future projects that I may be called for. So I can only look forward to, what inspires me, and to say if I happen to take another path and move away from erotica, then that's the path I'll take. I'm guided that way.
Wow. So, what sets you apart from other erotic authors?
Yeah. I guess you could say experience. Just experience. Everyone, I know a colleague of mine had once said to me, she said, everyone has a story, and that stuck in my head. And I said, yeah, that's absolutely correct. Mm-hmm. And I said, it's time for me to, put forth my story. So, I'm not a millionaire, I'm not a celebrity, but everyone has a story, and you'd be surprised. I would definitely, want to, encourage, future readers, to pick up this book, because you're going to be entertained. I love the project. I love the process. I'm proud of it, and I know it's a page turner. Just even if I weren't the author, it's a page turner because I had to look at myself objectively to say, as I wrote it, as I completed the outline, it just again just going from past personal experiences and just laying it out as life unfolded, right in front of me, and who wouldn't be entertained by that? Wow. We all watch reality TV. Some of us watch reality TV because we like to escape from our lives and watch something else, and we're entertained by that. And that's the same thing with my book. There's never a dull moment. Once you pick it up, you won't be able to put it down until it's finished.
So, what do you want your readers to take away from your book?
I would want them to take away, like, I would say halfway through it, before even halfway, I would want them to get turned on, and then, share that with friends and family, and encourage them, you got to read this book from this author. And the takeaway, I would love for them, to get turned on, and if they're in a relationship, to say, wow, there was something I read in this book I'm reading, and let me try this, or I would definitely want them to take away to say, here's a new upcoming author in erotica, and I'm gonna follow them. I'm gonna follow this young man. I'm gonna see what this next project is like. Within music, they say like a one-hit wonder, and you never hear from them again. But this, my first project, Chasing Waterfalls, it's definitely not a one-hit wonder.
Okay, Tacoma, we're gonna go to a commercial break, okay? And we'll be right back.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives. Today,
welcome to Burke's Jewelry. How may I help you?
We're looking for engagement rings.
We offer a wide selection. However, I believe we have just what you're looking for. Burke's Jeweler is your family's jeweler at 491 Flat Shoals Avenue Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia 30316 in East Atlanta Village.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
Hi, I'm Michael Cowell, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party. All right, see y'all later. Bye.
Like Wendy Williams and say, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Mercury Rises, and I'm your host. And today we have on the phone Tacoma Washington. He's the author of Chasing Waterfalls, and he's telling us about why he wrote the book. And the last question that I asked was, you called Tacoma?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
You were telling me what you wanted your readers to take away from your book.
Oh, just to get turned on and to turn somebody else on to it.
Okay. So, do you have any future projects or a sequel to your book?
I do. I do have a sequel. There's a sequel to Chasing Waterfalls. I'm a little bit behind schedule, I must admit, but with the current pandemic, that pushed me back a little further. But one night again, just taking that, saying, okay, from this point on, let's start it. And I started the outline. About maybe 6 months after Chasing Waterfalls was released in February 2018. And once I got started, I got the juices flowing again. No pun intended. I started again, and it's exhilarating. I'm a night owl by nature, so I like to work on my book when everything is flying. Okay. I'll be up to 3, 4 in the morning.
So when do you think you'll be finished with it?
The 2021.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to have the same characters from Chasing Waterfalls?
The main characters will, be there. Jonah Reynolds will be there, and of course his ex-wife, Shayla, and his cousin Dylan, and a few others. But it's going to be. If you find this one as a page turner, you will definitely not be able to put the sequel down.
Wow. Okay. So, where can, if I wanted to buy your book, where can readers purchase it? I have your book. So.
Just about all online retailers, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, BarnesandNobles.com, Amazon, anywhere like that.
Okay. So, in Chasing Waterfalls, which chapter stands out the most for you?
That is a difficult question.
Really?
Which one? Because again, not from a selling point, but from a creativity point. They wow, I would have to say, wow, they're all great. I would have to say chapter 12. Chapter 12 is okay. Yeah, okay, I'll do my best to narrow it down to one. So okay. Jonah's girlfriend, after he separated, she gets involved, without giving too much of the book away. She gets involved with the scandal. She works at a university, and she gets involved with the scandal, and she ends up going to jail. There's a trial, it's a short trial. She's convicted, her and some other colleagues, and she goes to jail.
Wow.
And during that time when she's in jail, Jonah is he's lost his mind. He doesn't know what to do without her, and he just feels helpless. And try not to give so much away. And Latoya's niece is really devious. She's really grimy, and she comes across some information that she just cannot forgive her aunt for, and she's just dead set to ruin her aunt, and she uses Jonah as a tool, as a vice to get and I think that to me was the most explosive chapter, because it was so grimy, the way, her niece, did her aunt's boyfriend. It was something, to read, and I'm telling you.
Wow. So, where in Chasing Waterfalls would I find the hottest erotica? I don't know. Just the page that, the chapter that would start with the hot erotica stuff.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1?
Chapter 1. I like to get right to the point. And there is a storyline. There's an intense storyline. There's in-depth characters, but I get right to it. That's just me. I think that's what erotica is, and I get right to it. I don't like reading other authors of erotica because I don't want to. I don't want anything subconsciously to seep in, or So sometimes I have a colleague. She loves to read. She loves to read, and I mean that. And she'll say, Jay, she said, Coleman, you just got to read this chapter. And and I'll stand there, at her desk, and I'll read, a chapter, and I'm wow, that was. Then I don't like doing that too much, but the times that I do that, I said, well, okay, you're right on point. You're doing a good job, because if this this author is out there and established, then wow, you're really on point.
So, erotica is. Tell me what erotica is actually. What all parts of the intimacy or the sexual contact makes up erotica, or is it something different? Going back to my history of reading these adult magazines when I was a adolescent. To me, it encompasses everything. Everything from tenderness to hardcore. From just holding hands to looking into your lover's eyes, and through the hardcore stuff. And you combine that, because like music, you write from your heart, or you create from your heart. So when I write, I like to give everybody what they're looking for, and and I know now that a lot of people, there's a big market for erotica. And in years ago, I used to always think that men thought about sex more than women. And truth be told, it's equal. If not, women think about it more than men. So, like I said, the majority of my reviews are from women. And my colleagues at work before the pandemic, when we worked on site, were from women, and so I just give the people what they want, while still maintaining my creativity. So, you said you read some of Men in My Bed, True Love is Hard to Find, Relationship Chronicles. So give me your perception on what you read.
Yes, well, first of all, I want to tell you, great job.
Thank you.
And I had ordered the book, and it came fast. Because I'm not I could have had it instantly with Kindle, download, the electronic version. But I'm the old school, type of reader. I like to have a tangible book in my hand. So it came within 4 days. 4 to 6 days after I ordered it, and I picked it up. I started reading that very next night. I got it on Thursday, and I started reading Friday. I left work a little early to start reading it, and I like it all, because again, I don't like. I try not to when I'm in my writing process. I don't like to read other authors' erotica. But now that I'm not writing currently right now, I said, this is okay. So I'll turn the sponge off, and I won't let it seep in. But it was fantastic. I like the infusion of the poetry, and I like that. It was different. It was different, and I like that. And it showed like a side. It gave you the exposure to get to know Sasha. Yeah, but I wanted to know is Men in My Bed, is that a complete autobiography?
Complete autobiography? No, I don't think it's no. I'll say no.
No. Okay.
I'll say no.
All right. Yeah, but like I said, I did like the poetry throughout. I was taking notes as I was reading, and I was just trying to determine which poem moved me the most. And though I haven't completed it yet. I should be done by Sunday. And but I did like I Found Me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
I did like that.
Thank you.
Can I read that?
Yes, you can. Please do.
All right. Just my reading glasses. Not knowing I was lost, locked inside myself, unable to see the things that might be, able to set me free. I found me. Silently waiting alone for what? Only if I had known. In the darkness, I roam for the spirit to touch me. Let me know I am not alone. I found me. That moved me. I like that.
Really?
Early on within the novel, I said, okay, I can see this is going to be not only entertaining but just spiritual, if you will, just to get that insight of the creation of the characters.
Right.
And that is creativity in its finest.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that insight. So,
Yeah.
did you read any further?
I'm sorry?
Did you read any further?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'll be finished within another 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
But I did see, I did read that you were a published author at a very early age, and I was like, wow, all right, here's a true author right here. But I bet you won awards when you were in school.
Right. So can we hold that thought right there, because we need to go to another commercial break and be right back.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call Taking My Community Back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I
Bye.
just want to love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I want to do to your body, driving me crazy. I just want to love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I want to do to your body.
Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Mercury's Rises, and I am your host today. My guest today is Tacoma Washington, and he's on the phone. And we were talking earlier about his book, Chasing Waterfalls, and now he's giving me his perception of Men in My Bed. Mr. Washington, you can continue, please.
All right, thank you. And good to be back. And I just wanted to know, what type of men does Sasha like most? What's that type of man?
What's Sasha type of man?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think she actually has a type. She looks for, it's not a type, it's just basically how she gets to know that person and how that person treats her. So she doesn't have a type, because I can't say, well, she doesn't like short men, or she doesn't like the average size, got the average 5'9" man or the 6'10" guy, because it's different attributes about each type of man that she's been with. So she doesn't have a specific type.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense because I know which brother was it? Was it Doc? That was 7 foot. 7'6".
Yeah, Doc was pretty tall.
Yeah, I had to adjust my glasses. I had to make sure I was reading that right. And I was like, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, you know what a lot of women say. All big hands, big feet. No, but yeah, are there any contrast differences between Sasha and Mercury?
No, I wouldn't say there is. No. They could be twins.
They could be twins, yeah.
Yeah, they could be twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could.
And that's the best perspective to write from. That's why I found Men in My Bed enjoyable.
Okay.
Because when you write from that point of view, you're not making that up as you go along.
Right.
But from page one, it was, I felt terrible, your ordeal. Absolutely terrible about, Sasha's ordeal.
Right.
What she went through as a young girl, growing up in Brooklyn, and, I do know that, I was wondering, like the doctors, you sit in hospitals, and your grandmother, Mama Nude, did she, when the doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you, to say like, maybe growing pains, she'll outgrow it.
Right.
I just found it hard to swallow that your Sasha's grandmother allowed, I know it was a shotgun house, I know it was a small house, to sleep over in the girls' room, in Sasha's room.
Right.
I look at today, and looking at it today, I would say, what mother or grandmother, what parent would allow that? Absolutely no. Can't stay here. There's no room for you. I got my grandchildren, my grandbabies up in here. No, But that was, that brought some tears to my eyes.
Right. Well, I was expecting whoever reads it to have a reaction, but I've gotten some pretty strong feedback on how people that first 30-something pages actually made them feel so emotional. And a lot of people apologize for what I went through, even though they didn't have anything to do with it. But there are a lot of people said they were sorry. So, that was real hard. That was real hard to write. But
I don't want to say I can imagine, because I can't imagine, but it's terrible. And because just reading this, and just from personal experience, just knowing people that also went through that ordeal.
Right.
It's I hate to use the word like common, but it's like I know more. I hate the fact that I know more people that were abused than not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just I just don't get it. Was it those times where people just blind I'm a father of 5, and three daughters, and I remember one time when my youngest daughter had piano lessons, and I would drop off to school, and I would wait in the car. Her teacher was a male, and it just didn't sit right with me. Even though they had the glass partitions, and other instructors and other students and other parents. It didn't sit, it didn't sit well for me, and I used to park right up front, and I said, what, nah, I'm not having this. I would just go back inside and just, if I had to stand for 45 minutes, I would just have to stand, to keep an eye on this man that I don't know with my 8-year-old daughter.
Okay.
But that was a terrible.
I put that part was written so that people can be aware of some things that people don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like, especially in the South, that's a very sore subject.
In the South.
Yeah, especially in the South.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
The few, the people that I know, that and it's almost like the same exact scenario. Lived in New York, went down south in the summer. And it's just mind blowing. Mind blowing. Okay. But I did want to ask, the inspiration. But more importantly, I want to ask, is there a sequel, or I know a writer like you, there are future projects. But is there a sequel to this one?
Yes, there's a sequel to this one. It starts with the last character, and the last character in this book is the first character in the new book. So that'll be Jimmy.
Yeah. All right. So now I look forward to finishing this one. So I can say, okay, when's the sequel coming out? And is there a date or month of the sequel?
No, it's not. Well, I'm thinking about like the week of Valentine's. So I think I can be. Yeah, I think I can be finished with it by then.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah.
That's good. Good job. Good business.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. And with with this project, what were your pitfalls?
My what?
If any. What were your pitfalls, if any? Like the process of, publishing, will you go with the same publisher? What would you do different? What will you do different, if anything?
No, I think I would go with the same publisher because they did a pretty good job. And the only thing I would probably work on more would be the marketing, because she ran it for 30 days on, like, we had on Amazon, and then we did like 2 weeks where it would be I think it was just $5. So I would probably like 60 days or 90 days instead of her doing it just for 30 days, because I picked up after the 30 days was over, then I picked up and started doing some marketing myself between Facebook and doing this, because this is a good avenue to get my book out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So.
All right. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to ask about this cover. I was intrigued by the cover, and did you design that, or?
Yes, I did. I got a artist, and I paid him like $250 to make this cover for me. So he actually he painted a picture, and then I just took a shot of the picture and I sent it to the publisher. So, men in my bed, you see it's 3 pairs of shoes on the floor. So those 3 pairs of shoes on the floor are the 3 main characters in the book. So one foot is on fire. And that would be the hottest one. That's the hottest one for romance, intimacy, he got it all. So, and the one that's outside and looking through the window, one of those shoes belong to him, but he has some hidden stuff going on that I'm aware of, but he don't know that I'm aware of. That's why you see it's dark and full moon in the back.
Yes.
And then you have the bedposts. And you can, if you look at the bedposts, all of them supposed to be a different size, and the one big one in the back. Those bedposts represent the what they call it, the male genitalia. Yeah. So basically, that's the cover.
All right. So that's interesting because I said, yeah, I can't wait to get the answer to that question, and which is a privilege, because when can you meet an author, to say, you have a question, not just about the meat and potatoes about the book, but the cover itself.
Right. So I really like this, but I probably would have gotten most sales if I used the one that I have on the Kindle with just the lips and the lollipop. Because it's more of a visual. But, yeah. But yeah, that was it. So, what part did you like best from what you read so far?
Which part? Doc.
Really? You like Doc?
Yeah. I think because I didn't like Joe. Joe was sharp and he was smooth. But Doc, I see that they all have issues.
Yeah.
They all have issues. But as I'm piecing it together, I'm saying, oh, okay. Is it them or is it Sasha? I wasn't, as I continue to read, it'll come together. But one other quick question I just wanted to ask you. So with this cover and that man looking out the window, it was kind of creepy. It almost makes you feel like it's a thriller. Because it's not like, I don't know how I feel about that and voyeurism. So it was kind of creepy. It didn't make me feel like like a second pair of eyes on what's about to transpire in that bedroom.
Well,
was that your intention?
Yes, it was.
For him to look creepy?
No, it doesn't look creepy to me, but it does have that creeping sense to it.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah.
And I was wondering about the shoe that was on fire. But yeah, okay, I can dig that. That's the one who was the artist.
Yep.
So the shoes are white, and he's outside with white. Do those shoes belong to him?
No, that has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
No, nothing to do with it at all.
And the bedpost, that's unique. That's a good descriptive, unique illustration.
Yeah. Yes.
I hadn't even noticed it. I'm putting my reading glasses on, and I really didn't even notice it. And but now as I'm looking at it, I see not even it's not even taller. It's also wider.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So and I know Sasha doesn't like short men. She's through with short men.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. So since there's a lot of similarities between Sasha and Merck and yourself, I know I had asked you, especially certain types, but you gotta have something, like to say, I don't prefer anyone shorter than 5'9". They have to be at least 6 feet. Do you feel that way?
I'll answer that after commercial break. Be right back.
You got it. Okay.
I can't hear you. Oh. Oh my.
World exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Are you an artist, a writer of spoken word? Do you have content ready but need exposure? Get to know me. I'm Alicia, host of a new Facebook live stream show called The Flavor, where we promote local and international talent of all genres. Here are some rules and regulations to the videos that we'll be accepting. They must be radio ready, no cursing, no lewd language. You must send us contact information as well as a YouTube link to your video so we can extract it from there. Email us at 1061tv@gmail.com. And we thank you for your time.
No. Do you like the 4 minute or short minute?
Okay. Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles, and Tacoma Washington is my guest today, and he has a question. So, Mr. Washington, what's the question?
I wanted to know the similarity, not so much the similarities between Sasha and yourself, but I know I had to ask, your type of man, but because. Do you prefer someone that's at least taller than you, or if a good man approaches you and they're a foot shorter than you, will you say absolutely not, or would you, say yeah, let's see?
No, I would say yeah, let's see.
Uh-huh.
I think eye level is comfortable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and if he's meets me at my nose, then I'm gonna feel a little uncomfortable. So.
What inch heel would Sasha wear, or would you wear at 5'9"?
Heels?
Yeah, like 2 inch, 3 inch.
Oh. It depends. It depends on the occasion. Every day, 2.5 inches. Maybe later at night. For a little while, 3 inches, but that's about it.
Okay, all right.
I think she prefers bare feet, actually.
All right. So if you happen to be involved with a shorter man, you won't tower that much over him.
No, not at all.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but he probably would want me to, though, but no.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Personal. Have you ever dated a man that was shorter than you that just adored taller women?
No, I never dated a guy that was shorter than me, but I've known quite a few men that were shorter than me, like 5'2", between 5'2" and 5'5". I just thought it was so funny because my kids were taller than them, so and that's where the uncomfortable part come in. So no, but no, I haven't gotten to that comfortability about that yet. No.
Okay. And by no means am I insulting the male viewers that are shorter. By no means.
Oh, none.
I'm just asking. Preference. Because I've always heard all my life. I've heard women say, ooh, tall, dark, and handsome. And I got the dark part and I got the tall part. I'm in there. I'm no Biz Marquis, but I'm no. Who's the hottest male, black male celebrity now that's in the news? People still reference Denzel Washington, but if they do, what's the British actor's name that just recently got married like a couple of years ago?
Idris? Idris? Isn't that?
Idris, yeah. I'm no Idris. I got the tall part, dark part, but I'm no Idris.
Wow.
But,
Yeah, my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my baby sister, all of them, their husbands are like 5'5", and they're taller than me, except for my grandmother is probably my height, but my great grandmother is taller than me, and my sister, she's a little taller than me.
Okay. All right.
And she is at least head length taller than her husband.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
but he's a
That's
good
interesting
man.
enough.
That doesn't take away from him being the wonderful husband that he is to her. But
I know it doesn't.
I just
Yeah,
can't get the
yeah,
feel
yeah.
for it. No.
And, you know, with the, now, like I said, I'm going to finish this book within the next, 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, did you know where you wanted to end it? You know, like, did you say, you know, like, you know, some novels are like, you know, Harry Potter, like 800 pages.
Right.
Did you say, hey, I'm just going to write until I get this story told, or do you say, you know, no, I want to end it here. I want to end it here. 216 pages, 230. You know, like that. How did you approach that?
No, I had a definite number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I ended it at 2. I think I wanted to end it at 222, 222 pages, but it went to. So basically, it went to 220. It's 223 pages because the last 2 pages is about the author, but I wanted 222 pages, and that's just because 222 for me, I identify with it as being one of the angels numbers, and it's pretty lucky, so that's why.
Okay. All right, 222. Yeah. Can I play that number?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. Wait. When I'll split it with you.
Oh, please do.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
Because I don't know if that's just, you know, you're just putting it forth, but I know my novel was 216 pages or 218.
Oh, okay.
216, and it just, you know, it just happened to end there right where I wanted to end. You know, so with your publisher, because I know, like, if it doesn't meet a certain number of pages, they call it like a novella.
Right. That's.
And,
yeah, I didn't want that.
Yeah, I didn't want that either. I definitely didn't want that. You know, but I look forward to it, and I'm, you know, I've already, like I said, did the outline and look forward to, you know, getting back to work. You know, within the next few days. I mean, even maybe this weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. I may say, you know what, let me put pen to paper.
Okay. So how can readers follow you?
I'm sorry?
How can readers follow you?
Oh, on just about all social media. I'm not on it, you know, on all platforms. But, on Facebook, Tacoma, Washington, and on Instagram and Twitter, I am Tacoma.
Okay, so Twitter is I am Tacoma, Washington. Instagram is Tacoma, Washington, and Facebook is Tacoma, Washington.
Let me do that again. Facebook, Tacoma, Washington, and Twitter and Instagram, I am Tacoma.
Okay.
Just, you know, no last name, just I am Tacoma.
Okay. All right. I think they got that.
Yeah. So, you know, for all my future readers, pick up your copy today.
Yeah. Please do. Pick up Chasing Waterfalls and Men in My Bed.
You can get them both. And for my future readers, you have to put in the subtitles. So it's Chasing Waterfalls, an erotic novel. You have to put that second part in, an erotic novel. Otherwise, you know, it'll pull up the TLC song.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier that you had went to the back of the book, the last chapters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you read all of it or just some of it?
Yeah. I read I peeked. I did peek. You know, sometimes if something is really juicy, I just can't control the kid in me, and I had to read that last chapter. You know, and I'll just go back to the, you know, chapter I was at and just get back to it. But, yeah, I read it, and it was, you know, when I was reading about the author, I just flipped back a page or two, and something caught my eye, something juicy, and I love the juicy part. And I said, well, I don't want to start from the middle of a page of a juicy part. Let me start from the beginning of the chapter of a juicy part, and got my eyes full.
Okay. So what's your final take on Doc, since I think you might have read all of that?
Doc?
Yeah. Did you read?
You know, I gotta be biased about it. You know, like you know, what he did was, you know, not the coolest thing, because I'm more I'm all, I'm all for love, and I'm all for women. I'm all for honesty, and truth, and just doing right by others. Just doing right by others. So in the end, I would just say, just one of the things I find the saddest thing in life is, like that I don't want to call it, I don't know what to call it, but it's like, I love this person, she doesn't love me, she loves him, but he doesn't love her.
Right.
And it's just like that terrible game of life or game of love, it's terrible.
Okay. So, in 5 words, what advice would you give Sasha?
5 words of advice. Live life better, period. No, I mean, that's, no, something better than that. Because I was, like I said, it's a good read. It's a good read. I love a woman's point of view with erotica. I would just say, just keep trying love. Just keep trying love. We only live once. And, it'll come.
Yep.
No pun intended.
I'm going to keep trying. Well, she's going to keep trying it.
Yeah. We can't try no more.
All right. Well, thank you, Tacoma, for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Right. Maybe you can come back again when you get your next book out or when I get mine out. And
Absolutely.
Looking forward to seeing everyone back on Thursday. Thank you.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV